In fact, in one sentence, what did you get out of the experience?
I would say clarity. Got a lot of clarity. Yeah.
Amazing. And before doing the course, where were you mentally and emotionally?
I think mentally I had a lot that I was thinking about in terms of my career and my job, um and what the future was for in that sort of space. Emotionally, I think also I had a lot going on as well, so I was just trying to balance everything. Um, I think if I had to rate it, I was probably about like 5 or 6, both of them.
Mm,
Um, and yeah, like joining the course, I think I really needed that like boost.
mm. Okay.
Yeah,
So basically, not doing too badly, but just not doing particularly well mentally and emotionally.
yeah, I
Okay.
need enhancement.
Okay. And what were you struggling with at the time?
Um, what do you mean, like just like the job situation?
Just like yeah, if you were mentally and emotionally not quite where you want to be, you don't have to give specifics, but like what was it? What was it that you were kind of what was
I
the
think I was
struggles with?
just thinking about too many things. I was thinking about like, is this the career I want to be in? Like I knew my contract was coming to an end at the previous role, and I didn't obviously expect to join another company so quickly, but I was thinking about it. It was in the pipeline that like I'm going to be back to the drawing board, and it's like I know that process of like trying to look for work for a very long time, and I was like, I really didn't want to be in that again
Mm,
for long anyway. So yeah, that was that. A lot of it was that.
awesome. Well, not awesome, but and what made you decide to join this program with me?
So obviously I've come to a couple of your retreats now, and I feel so refreshed and after them, and I find the content that you have is so like enriching. Um, I think obviously we'd spoken about coaching before as well, and I think this sort of 6 to 8 weeks offering that you had was the perfect opportunity for me to get a bit of an idea of what coaching with you would look like. So yeah, and I think what you were offering in terms of the clarity, the calmness, it all like stuck out to me because I needed all of that. Like
Okay,
reimagining like purposes and stuff. That was yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And what was the experience actually like for you?
I honestly enjoyed and looked forward to those sessions every Tuesday. So that was like my highlight in the week. Um, like what really stuck out to me in particular, like towards the end in particular, is when we were in a group a breakout session where we were trying to discuss our visions, and we didn't have any visions and we couldn't come to it. And then you jumped on the call, and within like 5 to 10 minutes, all of us had visions. And they weren't just like based off of anything. They were like very true to us and what we needed. So that really, really stuck out to me. And like the clarity I had immediately after that, like guided me. Like it was really supportive. And then when you sort of when I had a bit of trouble understanding and needed a bit more support, you kindly stayed on the call and we went through things. So I got a bit more of an understanding on things, guidance and framework. So that was really good. I think what in reflection also having that 6 to 8 weeks consistently was there was a lot of accountability that came with it and consistency that came with it because that I developed a habit of my practices. I encouraged myself to be like, okay, for my next call, I'm going to be able to say this, I've done this, like I've carried on my breath work. So I think that sort of came part and parcel with the course. So yeah,
Mm,
I made
fantastic.
notes.
Awesome. Okay, I know you got a call in a few minutes. Two
Uh,
more questions. So, what's the biggest change you've noticed in yourself since doing the course?
like yeah, like I said before, the clarity is
Mhm.
there. I kind of know how to sort of prod myself when I'm feeling like I've got a few unclear answers to questions that I have, I know how to sort of like prod myself to be like, these are questions I should be asking myself. These are the things I should be thinking about. The content that you gave, it's good to sort of flick back to that. We've got our sort of YouTube videos as well to go back to if we need a bit more support. Yeah.
Cool. And where else in your life has that shift started to show up?
I think my confidence, that
Mm.
was my one of my biggest things at the end of it when we were discussing our visions, and I think I needed support with my confidence. And honestly, the last month has been different for me. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. If someone was on the fence about doing this, what would you say to them?
I'd say you've got a good mix of like content, the breakout discussion rooms, because I think people like to be quite interactive. And you've got a good funky meditation situation going on. But I think honestly, where you feel like you're stuck and you don't know what to do, or you're unsure of what you want to do next or your purpose, honestly, I think it's you provide such a good framework to getting those answers quite quickly.
Mm,
So yeah,
fantastic. All
yeah.
right.